Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing a maker crate, and it's a big box again, so I'm excited to see what is in it and to just see what they have in store for me this month. So if you are new to my channel, I created this channel as a homeschooling resource to do unboxings like I'm doing today, to give you curriculum and organizational ideas and ways to invite Christ into your homeschool space. So if you're interested in those things, please hit that subscribe button and let's open this crate. So this month's crate says it's a, I can't hold it up, needle felted electronics case. So that just sounds very exciting. It says learn needle felting techniques, which to be completely honest, I have no idea what needle felting is. I do a lot of crafts and stuff, but not that one, not ever. So it says techniques to decorate a custom case and carry your device in style. So we all need to be a little bit more stylish. So we open it up and try not to hit the camera. Woo. This is what it looks like. And on first impressions, I don't know if I really like it, but we'll see how it goes and see what other styles they might have. So let's lift this up and see what we have. So this is our idea book, and it has a link in here to go find your instructions and stuff right over here in the corner. And then it might show you some other pictures and give a little bit of background. So they have a sunglasses case over there. So this is our thick wool felt. So there you go, there's a lot of this. So I wonder if we're gonna be making multiple projects. And then wool roving, wow, roving. And then we have felt sheets and some yarn. This is what that looks like. And then we have some little felt pieces. These look like the things that go on the bottom of chairs so they don't scrape your floor. And then a piece of string in there. These are Velcro right there. And then there's safety tips, probably because we're using a knife or something. So yeah, it looks like maybe, oh, it says the felting tip. Again, I don't know what felting is. I've never done this before, so this will be a whole new experience for me. And then these maybe are stencils. I don't know. They're made kind of out of that thicker wool, like felting. And then sponges. And this ruler, well, it's pretty cool. Again, I really love the tools they send here because they're usually pretty good quality, and I can keep them in all my crafting stuff. And then this says felting tools, so we'll open the lid and just kind of hold it up because I don't know if I want to take all of it out, but this is kind of what it looks like. So it looks like this is the needle, and then there's a few, maybe this is chalk down here. It's hard for me to tell. So I'll have to update you on that once I use all this stuff. So I'm excited to do this project, even if maybe it's not my style or something. It's still cool to learn something new, and I've never done this before. So I'm gonna get at it and I'm gonna let you know how it goes. Okay, so I'm about to start my maker crate activity. I watched the instructions and everything, and I have never done felting, like needle felting ever before. So this is gonna be a completely new experience for me. I'm excited to try it out and just see how it goes. So, you know, I have all my stuff right here ready to go, and my crazy hair, I just blow dried it. So don't mind that. It's like a big frizzball, something. It's something frizzy. Anyway, so I'm gonna get at this and I'll let you know how it goes because I really just don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or if it's gonna turn out cute, but we will see. Okay, so I finished the Maker Crate and I'm kind of like lukewarm about it, I guess. I don't think it was bad craft, it just maybe wasn't my favorite. It wasn't necessarily my style, but I did love learning a new technique. I just don't think I'll ever use it again. So let me show you a few of the things that I made and just talk about it a little bit more. So first of all, they have you practice. So this was my little practice. I tried all the different things. So this is felt, this is the roving, and then this is yarn. So I think the yarn was like my least favorite and I didn't actually use yarn in my projects. But then I don't really have a whole lot of electronics, I guess. I have my phone and I have my Kindle and our tablet that my kids use, or we just have one, it already has like a case. And that's it. My computer is kind of big, so I didn't want to make something for that. I didn't think there'd be enough stuff to do that. So I just made 2 cases for my Kindle. So I'm going to show you those. So I made them different ways to show you different options. So this one, I just used roving on the front of it, whatever I'm trying to say here. And I like how it turned out. Again, I feel like maybe for a teenage girl, this would be cute. I'm not really sure what teenagers are into nowadays, but I think it's cute and it will, you know, my Kindle will fit into here. And sorry, it's in this one right now. So I guess we'll take it out of this one so you can see. This is a little sneak peek of that one. So my Kindle will go right in here. And then this one I closed with Velcro. They gave you 2 options, Velcro and then buttons, which I'll show you in a minute. And then, yeah, I just did all the roving on here. So you use the stencils and you just stab them in. And the hardest part, I think, is finding the balance with the roving. You don't want so much because then it just never goes down. It just stays in a big poof ball. But you also don't want so little that it doesn't fill in the circle. So it took a little bit to practice with that, but that was fun here. So this is number 1 that we made. And then the second one, I used the felt and I kind of mimicked, I liked this pattern right here on the front cover. And I didn't have all those colors of felt. Maybe I do in craft stuff somewhere, but in this kit, I did not have those colors. So these are the ones I liked the most. So I picked those and put them on. And this one, as you can see, opens on the side, whereas this one opened on the top. So I did them different, here you go, so that you could kind of see the different options. And then this one has the button closure. So you put the Kindle inside of it like this, and then you can wrap it around the button like this and have it be closed. So I like the different options that they gave us for the buttons, and I still have tons of material left over. So you could still make other things, like look at all this felt, wool felt stuff that's left over. You could still make some more projects. They even had like for sunglass holders and stuff like that. So you could do stuff like that if you wanted to. And then I also have tons of felt and roving left. I didn't use any of the yarn. The only thing I feel like I don't have any left, or very little, is so this on the sides, it's all stitched. It's hard to see because it is almost the same color as this, but I have very little of that left. So you'd have to find a yarn that was similar, or you could do something that contrasts with it if you want it to like pop out a little bit, the stitching. But that's the only thing I really just don't have enough to do more. You'd have to use your own string. And I feel like it's a little thicker than like my sewing types of thread. So you probably have to find something that's a little bit more sturdy. So a few things that I just wanted to mention, I would recommend if you have them using sewing scissors. I cut the first ones out with just some normal scissors and they're still sharp, but this works better. So I pulled out these bad boys and cut with them, and it was a lot easier to cut with this. And also with the felt, it was a lot easier to get a precise, nice edge with sharp scissors, whereas with dull scissors or just kind of normal kitchen scissors, you get little, like the felt sticks out. You know, it's not a smooth line, so it just doesn't look as nice when you're doing your project. So if you have really good like sewing scissors, I'd recommend using those. And then also there's a ton of chalk left over, so you could keep this for other projects you wanted to work on, and they have some fun colors. And then the last thing, in the videos, in the instruction videos, that's what they're called, it does tell you how to change this needle if it breaks. And they give you a ton of extra ones. And these things look dangerous, guys. They're so long. I'm not gonna take one out right now, but there are several in here. My needle only broke once, so I don't know if that'll be the case for everyone. I think if you're doing it right and staying vertical, then it's less likely to break. And the instructions were very simple. It was very easy to change the needle. So if that happens, just watch the instructions again. You unscrew it, you just take the needle out, and it says to put it on some tape so that it doesn't puncture stuff in the trash or fall on the floor. You just want to make sure you don't have any of these little needle pieces around, because that would not feel good. So I thought this project all in all was very good and a good idea. It just wasn't my favorite thing to do. I enjoy sewing, so I really enjoyed just sewing up the sides and putting it on the button, but the actual felting part wasn't my favorite. I don't feel like I just sit down and felt. I don't know, that's just me. But if you like felting, I'd love for you to comment below and tell me what you like to felt, because this is just such a new idea to me. I'd love to hear what you do. So until next month, I'm excited to see what next month brings and what fun activity or craft we get to do. So if you enjoy seeing these videos, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.